Sick of those sky-high rents? I'm diving into the world of high rents to find out if there's still some solution for renters like us. Can I uncover some awesome tips and tricks to thrive despite the rising costs? Let's see. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment for more Money Smart Basics videos. Stay until the end to receive a bonus tip. If you have any suggestions for financial literacy topics for our next video, please leave a comment. Hey everyone, it's Alfonso Brooks Bay. We all know that rent prices have been going through the roof lately. It seems like every time you turn around, landlords are asking for more and more. It's enough to make anyone feel house poor, right? But listen, don't worry. Just because rent is high doesn't mean you have to be stuck in a bad situation. There are actually a lot of practical steps that you can take as a renter to get a better deal and keep more money in your pocket. Over the next few chapters, we're going to dive deep into some proven strategies that can help you save money on rent, find more affordable housing options, and ultimately, take control of your living situation. So whether you're currently renting, thinking about moving soon, or just want to be more informed about your options, this series is for you. Let's get started. Negotiate rent? Is that even possible? The answer is yes. Landlords might be open to it. A good tenant is valuable to them. Arm yourself with data. Look at similar rentals in your area. Websites like Zillow, Apartments.com, and Craigslist can help. Concrete numbers back up your request. Offer to sign a longer lease. Landlords love stability. Now, even if your landlord is hesitant to budge on the actual rent price, don't give up just yet. Remember, negotiation isn't just about the monthly payment. You can also try to negotiate for other concessions that can save you money in the long run. For example, see if they'd be willing to cover some of the utilities like water, trash, or even internet. These costs can really add up over time, so even getting one or two of them covered by your landlord can make a big difference. Another thing you can ask about is waived fees. Many landlords charge application fees, pet fees, or parking fees. See if they're open to waiving some of these, especially if you have a good track record as a tenant. And speaking of parking, if your building has assigned parking spots or a garage, that's definitely something worth bringing up in your negotiations. Securing a free or discounted parking spot can save you a significant amount of money each month, especially in areas where parking is scarce or expensive. Let's face it, sometimes rent is just plain expensive. Consider alternative living arrangements. Splitting costs with roommates can lower expenses. Share rent, utilities, and groceries. Save money for other things. Living with roommates requires compromise. Communication and compatibility are key. Find the right people and save money. Explore co-living spaces, fully furnished with communal areas. Let's say you're already in a larger apartment or house and want to offset some of your housing costs. Well, if your lease agreement and local regulations allow it, subleasing a spare bedroom or a portion of your living space can be a great option. By subletting, you essentially become a landlord for a smaller part of your unit, collecting rent from a subtenant to help cover your own expenses. Just be sure to carefully screen potential subtenants and have a clear written agreement in place to avoid any legal or financial headaches down the line. Now, if you're really serious about taking your housing situation to the next level, you might even consider house hacking. This strategy involves buying a small multi-unit property, living in one unit yourself, and renting out the other units to tenants. The rent you collect from your tenants can then be used to cover your mortgage payments, property taxes, and other expenses. In some cases, you might even be able to generate positive cash flow from house hacking, essentially getting paid to live in your own property. Alright, so you've tried negotiating with your landlord, but those rent prices are still giving you a nosebleed. Don't worry, we've got options. Sometimes the best way to save money on rent is to think outside the box, or in this case, outside the city limits. Moving to a more affordable area can make a huge difference in your monthly expenses. You could be trading that cramped studio apartment for a spacious two-bedroom, all while paying less in rent. Remember, every dollar you save on rent is a dollar you can invest in your future. Now let's talk about some other alternative housing options that might not have crossed your mind. First up, we've got rent-controlled or subsidized units. These are like winning the housing lottery, my friends. Rent control helps keep rent increases in check, offering some protection from those crazy market fluctuations. Subsidized housing, on the other hand, provides financial assistance to eligible individuals and families, making housing more affordable. Now, I know these options can be competitive and often come with waiting lists, but trust me, it's worth doing your research and exploring every avenue. Next up, we've got house hacking. Now don't worry, I'm not suggesting you break into someone's home. House hacking is a savvy strategy where you buy a small multi-unit property and live in one unit while renting out the others. The rental income from your tenants helps offset your mortgage, and sometimes it can even cover the entire cost. This option does require some upfront capital and a bit more responsibility as a landlord, but the potential rewards are huge. You're essentially living rent-free while building equity in an asset. It's a win-win situation. Let's be real for a second. Making rent can be a real struggle. There's no shame in seeking help. Rent assistance programs can help. Section 8 helps low-income families afford housing. Navigating these programs is worth it. They provide a safety net for financial stability. Now, remember how I always say knowledge is power? Well, this is especially true when it comes to rent assistance. Did you know that many states and cities have their own unique rent relief programs? That's right, on top of federal programs, you might qualify for additional aid depending on your location. These programs can vary widely in terms of eligibility requirements and the type of assistance offered. Some might offer direct rental payments, while others might provide security deposit assistance or even legal aid. Now I know what you're thinking. Graham, that's a lot of research. Where do I even begin? And you're right, it can feel overwhelming. But here's the good news, there are resources available to help you navigate this maze. Websites like HUD.gov and benefits.gov are great starting points for finding information about federal, state, and local programs in your area. You can also contact your local housing authority or a HUD-approved housing counseling agency for personalized guidance. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. There are experts who can help you understand your options and find the resources you need to stay in your home. Okay, let's talk about something that might seem counterintuitive, building a strong relationship with your landlord. Now, I know what you're thinking. Graham, landlords are the enemy. Why would I want to be best buddies with someone who takes a huge chunk of my paycheck every month? And while I understand the sentiment, hear me out. Having a good rapport with your landlord can actually work in your favor, especially when it comes to rent negotiations or requests for repairs. Think about it, if you're a reliable tenant who pays rent on time, takes care of the property, and communicates effectively, your landlord is more likely to be understanding and accommodating. It's all about building trust and mutual respect. So, how do you do that? Well, it starts with communication. Keep your landlord in the loop about any maintenance issues, even minor ones. Don't wait until a small leak turns into a major plumbing disaster. By addressing problems proactively, you show your landlord that you're responsible and care about the property. Plus, it gives them a chance to fix things before they escalate into costly repairs. Remember, a stitch in time saves 9. Now, building a strong relationship with your landlord goes beyond just paying your rent on time and reporting maintenance issues. It's about going the extra mile, showing them that you're not just a tenant, but a valuable member of the community. For example, if you live in a smaller rental property, offer to help with tasks like yard work, snow removal, or even minor repairs if you're handy. These small gestures can go a long way in building goodwill and fostering a positive landlord-tenant relationship. Plus, who knows, your landlord might even be willing to give you a discount on rent in exchange for your help. Another way to build a strong relationship is to be respectful of your landlord's time and property. This means giving them proper notice before having guests over, keeping noise levels down, and generally treating the property as if it were your own. Remember, your landlord is trusting you to take care of their investment. By showing that you respect their property, you're demonstrating that you're a responsible and trustworthy tenant. And who knows, that trust and respect might just translate into more favorable lease terms or even a rent reduction in the future. In today's digital age, you have a wealth of tools at your fingertips. Dive deep into rental apps and websites like Zillow, Apartments.com, Trulia, and Craigslist. Set up alerts for your desired neighborhoods. Familiarize yourself with the going rates. Be the first to know when a great deal pops up. Being the early bird often means snagging that perfect apartment. Now let's talk about promotions. Just like any other business, landlords and property managers want to fill their vacancies quickly. This is where you can gain a serious edge. Keep an eye out for move-in specials, like a free month of rent, reduced security deposits, or even waived amenity fees. These promotions can translate into significant savings, especially in competitive rental markets. Imagine getting a free month's rent just for signing a lease. That's like having an extra month's worth of savings right off the bat. Remember, every little bit counts, and those savings can really add up over time. Don't be afraid to negotiate these promotions, even if they aren't explicitly advertised. The worst they can say is no, right? Come prepared with your research, show them you're a serious and responsible tenant, and you might be surprised at how often they're willing to work with you. The bottom line is this: be proactive, be informed, and be persistent. The rental market can be tough, but by using technology to your advantage and strategically hunting for those deals, you can find that perfect place without breaking the bank. If rent is eating up your income, it might be time to consider homeownership. Buying a house can seem daunting, but it's not out of reach if you plan. Rent payments are gone forever, but mortgage payments build equity. You're investing in an asset that could appreciate over time. Plus, owning a home provides stability and security. You can renovate and decorate without answering to a landlord. And don't forget the potential tax benefits. Tons of resources and programs are available to help aspiring homeowners, especially first-time buyers. First-time homebuyer programs are a well-kept secret in real estate. These programs make homeownership possible for many. Down payment assistance reduces upfront costs. Low-interest loans make monthly payments manageable. FHA loans have lenient credit and down payment requirements. Research and see which programs you qualify for. Contact your local housing authority or a mortgage lender. Turn the dream of homeownership into reality. Alright guys, let's talk about increasing your income to tackle those high rents. One of the best ways to do this is by exploring side hustles. Trust me, I've been there. Before YouTube, I was flipping houses and selling cars, all while working as a realtor. The hustle was real. The beauty of a side hustle is the flexibility it offers. You can choose something that fits your skills and schedule, whether it's driving for a ride-sharing service a few hours a week, delivering food, freelancing online, or even teaching a skill you're passionate about. Remember, every dollar you earn from your side hustle is a dollar that can be put towards your rent, savings, or even investments. It's about creating a financial cushion and taking control of your situation. And who knows, that side hustle might even turn into a full-time gig one day. So get creative. Think about what you're good at, and start exploring those side hustle opportunities. You might be surprised at how much extra income you can generate with a little effort. Now let's talk about passive income. This is something I'm super passionate about. Building passive income streams is like planting seeds for your financial future. It takes time and effort up front, but the rewards can be incredible in the long run. Think of it like this: you're essentially creating multiple sources of income that work for you even while you sleep. One popular option is real estate investing. You can buy rental properties and generate monthly cash flow from tenants. Another avenue is investing in dividend-paying stocks. These companies distribute a portion of their profits to shareholders, providing you with a consistent stream of passive income. And of course, there's always the option of starting a YouTube channel and monetizing it. Remember, building passive income takes time and effort, but it's one of the most powerful ways to achieve financial freedom and say goodbye to those rent worries for good. You know, guys, individual action is important, but when it comes to tackling systemic issues like high rent, there's incredible power in collective action. That's where renters' unions come in. These organizations are specifically designed to advocate for the rights of tenants. They work to negotiate better conditions, push for rent control measures, and hold landlords accountable. It's like having a whole team of people fighting for your right to affordable housing. Joining a renters' union is a fantastic way to connect with like-minded individuals, stay informed about local housing policies, and make your voice heard on issues that directly impact you. Remember, there's strength in numbers. So, do your research, find out if there's an active renters' union in your area, and consider becoming a member. You might be surprised at the impact you can make by joining forces with other tenants. Now let's talk about local politics. I know, it might not sound as exciting as, say, watching paint dry, but trust me, it's crucial when it comes to addressing housing affordability. Local governments have a huge influence on housing policies. They're the ones who set zoning regulations, approve new developments, and implement rent control measures. By engaging in local politics, you can directly influence these decisions. Start by attending city council meetings and voicing your concerns about high rents and the need for more affordable housing options. Vote in local elections and support candidates who prioritize housing affordability in their platforms. Remember, change happens from the ground up. By getting involved in local politics, you can be a powerful advocate for policies that promote affordable housing and create a fairer rental market for everyone. So there you have it, guys. While the rental market can feel daunting, remember, you're not powerless. By implementing these practical tips, from negotiating rent and exploring alternative living arrangements to boosting your income and advocating for policy changes, you can absolutely navigate these challenges and create a more secure and affordable housing future for yourself. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more informed you are, the better equipped you'll be to make smart decisions that align with your financial goals. Keep striving, keep learning, and never underestimate your ability to create positive change in your life. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. With that, you are ahead of 90% of most people in America. Here is the bonus tip that we promise. If your rent keeps climbing like a roller coaster, you're not alone. Try co-living. Sharing a space with roommates can cut costs and build community. Plus, it's a blast. Give it a shot and watch your savings grow. The information in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and is not intended as financial advice. We are not financial advisors, and the content should not be construed as professional financial advice. Always seek the advice of a qualified financial advisor or other professional regarding your specific financial situation. The use of any information provided in this video is solely at your own risk. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment for more Money Smart Basics videos.